Welcome back to the Anti-Alienation Project. I'm Maddie, and here on my channel I talk about all things related to alienation. Last year I discovered the truth, that I had been severely alienated from my dad for 20 years. This summer I decided to speak out. Today I'm going to be reacting to a video that someone sent me. It's a woman named Kyra Sivertson, who apparently was a part of a family channel on YouTube, similar to Ruby Frankie, which I did in my other video. So Kyra and her ex-partner Oscar, they joined YouTube when they got pregnant as teenagers. They went on to have 4 more children in a short period of time. They filmed their life every day. This is called a daily vlog on YouTube. They essentially exploited their children on YouTube for money. They ended up getting really popular, over 1 million subscribers, and they've made millions on YouTube. So apparently they broke up last year, and it was a really ugly split. They were not married, they just broke up. The reason why they broke up, allegedly, is because the woman, the mother, the wife, Kyra, was allegedly having an affair with her nanny's husband. What ended up happening is Oscar and Kyra split. They ended their joint family channel, which was the source of their income for about 7 years. Now she has her own channel, and now he has his own channel, but he's mostly getting a real job as he's working as a realtor. And Kyra's trying to save her channel, I believe. These people have gotten a lot of heat, not only because of the way Kyra ended the relationship, but also because recently Oscar has actually gotten into a new relationship. And Kyra did a video talking about co-parenting. As someone who went through parental alienation as a child for 20 years, I can see some signs in some of the things that this woman, Kyra, is saying when she is discussing her ex and the custody plans. We're gonna watch this video, and I'm just gonna give you my thoughts, my reaction. My hope is that this video can show people some early warning signs of a case that could end potentially in alienation.
So that hasn't always necessarily been my concern, but I definitely can relate to just trusting your other, period. That part can be really hard to be able to do. And like I kind of talked about in my Q&A, like it has nothing to even to do with them personally, but just in general, like handing your kids off and being like, hey, and like the random thoughts will eat me alive. Like I'll be sitting there over the weekend and just thinking like, where are they right now? What if one of them is like walking slower than the other, and you know, he doesn't notice that they're not all together? Just like horrible things.
See, this is so covert. She's talking about an imaginary situation in her head where Oscar, her ex, is walking with the kids, and perhaps one of them wanders off because he's not paying attention. So she is painting this picture of her ex being neglectful, honestly. And that's my first red flag that goes up, because I mean, yeah, she is talking to the internet and not to her children, but her children are going to see this. Her oldest is, I believe, in elementary school. They're going to be able to Google this. And not only that, if she's talking about him this way to the internet, I mean, I just wonder if there is a chance that she is saying stuff like this to her kids.
It doesn't seem fair when one parent has the kids so little that they can just go have fun, but you have to do real life the majority of the time. Yeah, I definitely understand that. I think that everybody's situation is so different, so you just have to like do the best that you can with what you're given. And if that means that you have to do all the real hard shit and all the real life stuff and they get to do the fun, then you know, so be it. And how awesome of you that you can handle that, you know, that you are strong enough to do that. And
I just get irked by this because my mom alienated me from my dad. She always told me that my dad only wanted to be the fun parent on the weekends, that he only wanted to be the fun parent. He didn't want to do the real work, like changing diapers and doing dishes and getting us ready for school and driving us places. And that's the story I was fed for 20 years. And I believed it. But the truth is that my mom wanted and got primary custody. So it's as if people like this want full custody, or they want to be primary custody, and then they complain about the work when they get it and paint the other parent, usually the dad who gets the kids, like on the weekends or every other weekend. I see a lot of these women then complaining that the dad is the fun parent and the dad doesn't have to do any of the hard work. Well, I would push back on that. Why does the dad have to be the fun parent? Just because he gets them on the weekends doesn't mean that you can't be fun on the weekdays, you know? And if you want a different custody arrangement, you can try to do that. You can try to do it so that he takes care of the kids more, instead of insinuating that he only wants to do fun things and he doesn't care about doing the other hard stuff on the internet for the public, anyone to watch.
I will say one comment about this. You know, you have to do the real life shit, and they have to do the fun shit. Make it known that that's not okay. Like, you know, I think one...
What is she saying that's not okay? Is she gonna tell the dad not to have fun with them?
Especially in my situation, is it's okay for me to put my foot down and be like, also, no. Like, you don't just get to be the fun one, you know?
Also, maybe he actually is just more fun. I don't know, like, what she wants him to stop doing or what she wants him to start doing. I'm confused about what she means by stop.
No. You know, they see it. How many people have you heard grow up and, like, their parents were like, you know, my mom or dad, I don't want to be, like, sexist in this because there is single dads, too, like,
Wait, she just said there is single dads. You're not single, Kyra. You're not single. You're not single. They have a dad.
Kids notice. Maybe not in the moment, but they will notice. That's why it's also important, though, that you don't ever bash the other parent. That's why you don't want to bring that negativity or that frustration that you feel in the
Okay, now keep in mind, she just said it's important not to bash the other parent. Store that back in your brain.
Into the relationship with you and your children, because that's two different relationships, and it's definitely not your child's fault. You know, if anything, I mean, you already know this. Like, any half-decent parent would know it's not their kid's fault, and the frustration is because they care and love about their kids. But sometimes it's also hard to not show that, and kids are so smart. Like, they can read through that, and so you have to make sure that, like, cry on the inside.
So she's kind of just talking about parental alienation a bit here, without knowing what she's saying.
Used to be just the mom, and now I'm having to be mom and dad.
No. You are the mom, they have a dad, you are the mom, that's it. That's concerning to me that in her mind she now believes that she's the mom and the dad. That tells me that she kind of in her mind thinks that Oscar is not in the picture. So crazy. Also, I did a little research. Oscar does have a full-time job to provide for the kids, so that's why she, I think, has them more. But she does make it out to seem like she's the more involved and she's the more active parent, which is all part of creating a situation in the public's eye where Kyra is doing the best for her kids and Oscar's on the wayside. She's setting it up. This could potentially be the beginnings of a parental alienation situation. Absolutely. It's curious to me as well that Kyra never posted about custody issues or about anything related to Oscar's parenting until literally the same week that Oscar announced to Instagram and all of his social media that he has a new girlfriend. And they seem really happy together, and this is weird because parental alienation usually begins either during a divorce, at the end of a marriage when it's really, really toxic, during a custody battle, or when the new partner comes into the picture. Not saying this is full-blown parental alienation yet. Obviously, I can't see behind closed doors. I don't know what she's telling her kids. But a lot of things I'm seeing here are like red flags for me.
That their dad has switched to 50-50 to only once a week. Even if you prefer it that way, does it disappoint you?
I don't think it's appropriate for the whole internet to know their custody situation anyway. But this person is asking if it disappoints her that he went from 50-50 to once a week. There has to be a primary breadwinner in the home. So somebody needs to work a full-time job, and Kyra's not. So Oscar needs to work a full-time job, which he is with real estate. So I imagine that is the reason why he went to once a week, so that he could do his real estate business. And Kyra, on the other hand, gets to stay at home with her kids and make short videos. She's struggling to answer because she doesn't want to badmouth him directly, maybe covertly.
Of course it does. I very much try to encourage a healthy schedule, but I also do understand I try to understand, I try to consider other people have different needs and goals and priorities and all the things.
Nope, you don't get to say that. You don't get to say that different people have different priorities and that his job is more important than his kids. That's the insinuation here, let's be honest. That's what she's trying to say. You don't get to say that. I'm sure he'd rather have them 50-50, but the guy's gotta work. The guy's gotta make money. So he's probably sacrificing time with his kids. She is insinuating that he's putting his job before the kids, and that's not okay. I'd be worried that she'd be telling the kids that.
This is a really good question. Going back to, does it make it easier knowing that Addie is a mom, or does it make it harder?
So that's the new girlfriend. Addie is Oscar's new girlfriend, and she has a child.
Initially, before I knew her, it made it a little bit scary in the sense that not only is a woman coming into my kid's life, but another child, and like, is that child nice? Are they well behaved? Like, all the things. I mean, my kids are naughty too, like normal behavior, but just those questions arised, obviously. But it definitely overall made me happier.
That's odd. That's really odd to be concerned about a kid being nice. A little kid. I think she's like 3 or something.
Even a lot of people in my personal life are like, oh my gosh, I can't even watch this any longer, right? Like, any side that you're on, I'm sure that his...
There we go. She says it. Any side that you're on. So there are sides. There should not be sides. It should not be my side and your side. They need to be on the same team for the sake of the children. Admitting that friends have said, I can't watch this. So something is going on that she's insinuating that's wrong on Oscar's part. She's trying to paint a picture of Oscar in a negative light. I would tell Oscar to run to a lawyer's office. Don't walk, run. She thinks there are sides, and she mentions, basically her friends are crap talking on Oscar with her. If there are sides, you're not a team, and the children need you to be a team. What's best for the kids is for you to not talk bad about their dad to the internet. What's best for the kids is for your friends to not talk bad about their dad with you.
I've seen so many situations, I've been a part of situations of just like the parent, I've been around as an adult, like parents who had got a divorce, like saying horrible things, either about the dad or to the child, like being like their dad, like things like that. It's borderline evil. Like,
those are alienating behaviors. It can be so severe that they convince the child that their other parent doesn't love them. That's what happened in my case. When one partner really hates their other partner, they will try to turn the child against them, to hurt the partner and to isolate the child. So it's odd to me that she sees these behaviors, but then she's bad-mouthing her ex on public internet.
I imagine myself doing it, and maybe it's innocent, I don't know, but don't do that.
It's not innocent. Usually. Some parents can stop if they point it out to them. Other parents, they'll never stop. So I did some more research on the OkBaby situation, and I came across this old footage of them discussing their custody situation right after they decided to split. I thought I would show you these clips because it's further proof, in my opinion, that there are definitely some red flags here for potential alienation situation. So they're talking about Oscar potentially wanting to move. They actually live in Utah, these two, and Oscar's been thinking about wanting to move to California because that's where his family is, and Kyra, this is her response to him potentially moving out of the state.
Obviously, we have 4 children together, and moving to any state would drastically change the dynamic in one way or another.
True.
And I would have a problem with that. Also, being like a mom, like, I can't help but say, like, if you want to leave, that you're leaving. That doesn't mean everybody else is, But at the same time, I do want Oscar to be in the kids' lives, and I know you.
Okay. If you want to leave, you're leaving. What this tells me insinuates to me is that she believes she is number one with the kids. She is the primary parent with the kids, and I don't think she sees that they really need to be a partnership for these kids. Oscar, this is a red flag. You need to get a lawyer. You need to make sure she doesn't alienate the kids out from under you. This is a low-key threat. Like, you can leave, but the kids are not going with you. I think she probably feels threatened by the idea of him leaving and having to potentially give up more time with her kids. And so in her response to that fear is try to control the situation.
Also have support there. You have friends there. You have hobbies there that you like. Like, there's all these pros, but ultimately there is a con, and that's like, are you okay to be living so far away from your kids? And that's something.
She's telling him, like, if you move to California, the kids are staying here. In what world do you just assume that if the father moves away, the kids always stay with the mother? That you have that right? This problem is in family court. This problem is in it's a societal problem, and I understand where it came from, because way back when men did leave all the time and could leave all the time without any repercussions, women were left high and dry. But now it's become this thing where women are usually awarded majority custody. Men have a really hard time in court, and it's sad that he's not really fighting back in this video or questioning her. He's kind of, I think, probably conditioned to just let her do what she wants to do. But these are the kids, Oscar. These are your kids.
Do you know that Oscar has interest in moving to California? And I've made my opinions very clear to him on what my response would be. And I think that it sounds really good, but ultimately, yeah, I don't know. I can't, yeah. I get nervous, like, saying this because I feel like people are going to freak out, but, like, I will be with my kids all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, like, in a non-psychotic way.
No, that is a psychotic way. That is psychotic. They have a father, you know. It's really important for children to have both parents in their lives. And now you broke up your family, allegedly cheating on your partner with the nanny's husband, and now you're getting engaged to the nanny's husband here a year and a half later, and you have the audacity to say you will be with your children all the time. You broke this family up. Why should you have the custody of the children? Like, what is the reason? These children need their father. And the tone, too.
I will be with my kids all the time.
I will. Like she said, I will be with my kids all the time. It is a low-level threat. She's telling him, like, you're not taking the kids from me. I will have the kids. They're my kids. She sees him as a second-class parent. She sees him as a second-class citizen here. I don't think she takes the role of a father very seriously, and it's kind of sad that he's just laughing. I don't think he's even understanding what she's saying here. Oscar, you need to get a lawyer. You need to make sure that she doesn't alienate these kids out from under you. Like I said, please take this situation more seriously.
If you want to go to California, like, you go to California. And of course, like, if you want to fly back every damn week, do it.
Yeah.
You know? I would even help you pay for it, because I want you to be around the kids.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't want to make it seem like I'm trying to take the kids out of your life. My point is just...
I think they're too little for that right now.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, that's kind of what you just made it seem like, though. You can't say something that seems a certain way and then say, I don't mean it that way.
how has co-parenting been? It's been pretty good. I feel like we've both been pretty respectful with each of our roles now.
Have you? Because I got here tonight and you were giving me the iPad in bed. And that's, like, always been a no.
Okay, well, I guess I should say...
Also, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let me hear it then.
Here's the other thing, like, once you start co-parenting and once you split up, like, you make the rules a little bit differently for each household. Kyra, you can't control what he does with the kids on his time. And another red flag, because she can't control the situation and she's criticizing his parenting already. I'm really worried for this guy.
I don't fully agree with your parenting decisions. You're a very lenient parent. You're a very, like, have whatever, like, they had yogurt for dinner, one kid had cereal, another kid had mac and cheese.
No,
like,
they all had yogurt, but one of them was having it with cereal.
and one of them was eating mac and cheese.
Yeah, that's what they wanted. Listen,
That's what I
feel
just
like-
said!
Yeah.
That's literally what I just said!
I thought you meant like.
Yeah, she's just criticizing him, criticizing his parenting, and this poor guy is just sitting there and taking it, and you can see that he feels uncomfortable. Anyways, I just wanted to add those 3 clips because it does show that she really just views herself as their parent, and Oscar is kind of, just hanging around the sidelines. That's in her view. Anyways, thank you for watching. I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this video. If you'd like to learn more about parental alienation, please check out my other videos. I'll see you next time.